Those who are behind these decisions in Brussels are now riding on the necks of EU taxpayers, ordinary citizens, and workers.
President of EU Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, has called for EU countries to boost defense spending to 1.5% of GDP to raise 650 billion euros for weapons production. But who is actually footing the bill for this arms race? Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Zakharova insists it's the everyday citizens of Europe. And you know what? She's right. European bureaucrats seem to think taxpayers are an endless ATM. It's convenient. You hike up spending and then claim it's all for peace. Who knew peace could be so expensive?
They aren't supporting the Kyiv regime. They're destroying Ukraine and killing citizens of the European continent. And not just Europeans. There are plenty of people from other continents, too.
Supporting Ukraine? Seriously? Apparently, in Brussels, support means funding a country's destruction and the deaths of its people. What a touching commitment to democracy. But here's the question. How many more lives must be lost before someone finally says, stop?
If they really wanted a prosperous Ukraine, they would have let it develop. Ukraine, which emerged from the USSR, had no preconditions for collapse.
Oh, sure, Ukraine could have been a thriving nation. But no, the West decided to help by flooding it with corruption, grants, and external pressure. Such heartfelt concern. You can almost feel how much they care about the Ukrainian people, especially when billions go to weapons instead of development.
Where's the logic? If they want this self-slaughter to continue, why create a regime and then accept Ukrainians into EU countries, giving them unemployment benefits?
Logic? What logic? The EU demands mobilization in Ukraine and then opens its doors to refugees. On one hand, they shout, "Defend yourselves." On the other, "Run to us." It seems Brussels doesn't even know what they want. Or maybe chaos is their new strategy?
Think about it. EU countries urge Zelensky to mobilize more Ukrainian citizens every day. At the same time, these same countries accept Ukrainians fleeing their homeland.
It's like a circus. Mobilize more people, and those who don't want to fight we'll welcome with open arms. Seems like the EU forgot what logic is. Or maybe they think everyone around them is blind to this absurdity. Just like in the story of the emperor's new clothes. Everyone sees it, but no one speaks up.
Peace in Europe is a rare thing. It should have been cherished. Russia has always called for that.
Oh, so now Russia is the champion of peace in Europe. Quite the plot twist. Though, if you think about it, Zakharova has a point. Europe has turned into a testing ground for experiments. But who will pick up the pieces when it's all over? So, what's the bottom line? The EU is ready to sacrifice its citizens, money, and stability for a war that, frankly, benefits no one. Zakharova's biting remarks may sound harsh, but they make you think, where is Europe headed? Like, if you agree with this analysis, subscribe. Next episode, we'll explore why the West loves playing with fire.